It's Andrew Smith from Royal LePage Kelowna. Welcome to Coffee with Andy, excuse me, for Tuesday, March 7th, 2023. Bliss Bakery, downtown. Cultural District is what we call it. More on this place later. Market update, really fast. Another typical normal week where not a lot happened. We have 965 houses for sale, residential wise, including 127 that were listed, that were activated last week. So that number's finally creeping up, which is a good sign and normal for this time of, as we approach spring. Apartments, there are 465 apartments for sale, including 53 that came to market last week. So that number, same thing, is starting. There's a lot of inventory. If you're thinking of coming to Kelowna, looking at places, we have a lot to show you. Not as much as we'd like, but we have more than last week and more than last month. As for sales, 31 residential sales last week. That was for the week ending March 5th. 31 sales, bringing the total to 238 for the year. That's still off about 50% of where we were in 2022 year to date. We talked about that last month, and that's probably where we're going to continue until things change. But right now, we're just running at a 50% clip of 2022, where the numbers were ridiculously high. Now we're paying the price. The average sale price, though, is $1,120,000. I'll repeat it: $1,120,000. A year ago, the average sale price last year of all of 2022 was $1,215,000. So that's roughly $100,000 drop, which isn't bad. You bought your house 6 years ago for $700,000 and it's worth 1.1. Who cares? It's $100,000. Honestly, I say that. I don't mean to be not sensitive, but the people who are really struggling out there are the people who bought in January, February, March of 2022, who may have paid 1.3 for that house, and now it's worth 1.2. Maybe they have a big mortgage. Maybe their mortgage rate went from 1.7 to 3.7. Those are the guys that are suffering in this housing market, and oh my gosh, the system let these guys down. Nevertheless, here we are. Problem that we have putting deals together is that the buyers believe that prices are going to drop, and sellers believe that the price of their house is what it was 12 months ago. And both of these groups are wrong. And you have to, if you're going to have this disconnect between buyers and sellers, the buyers are going to win because they can hold out longer. You might think your house is worth 1.2 because you bought it for 1.2. Your neighbor who has the exact same house sold it for 1.2. You got a piece of paper from the BC Assessment Authority that says it's 1.2. CIBC may have sent an appraiser over and told you it was worth 1.2. A real estate agent may have told you it was worth 1.2. You think it's worth 1.2. The market is saying it's worth 1.1. And this is going to end when the people whose houses are priced at 1.3 or 1.4 and go a week, a month, 6 months without a sale, few showings, become realistic and drop their price from 1.3 down to 1.2. Might have 800 more square feet than you have, 10 years newer. You'll have no choice but to lower your price from 1.2 to 1.1. When people get ahead of this, that's when we're going to see buyers and sellers on the same page, and that's when commerce takes place. Right now, there's just this wild disconnect between buyers thinking prices are falling off a cliff and sellers who are saying it's worth what it was 12 months ago. So buyers, again, they always win these wars because they have the luxury of time, and there's some sellers who need to sell tomorrow. Bliss, come visit this spot. This is a nice part of downtown. Cultural District. Laurel Packing House is right there, right behind Kira's left shoulder. Rotary Center for the Arts is down there. The lake's down there somewhere. the Prospera place is around the corner. It's just really nice here. They have a nice walkway that goes all the way up and down Costin. The rail trails in behind me, which will take you all the way to, I don't know how far it goes now. It goes to Vernon for sure. Probably, you know, there's stops and starts, but it's going to go all the way to Armstrong and Salmon Arm. So it's you know, certainly the reason a lot of people visit here to ride their bikes along that rail trail. Whereas locals don't seem to go as often as the outsiders do. But yeah, it's a nice spot here. Come for the coffee, really good. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys next Tuesday.